I was just looking at a video, and a guy was saying that he finally met the woman of his dreams, and by him overthinking, he basically lost her because he wasn't ready for her, because he basically sabotaged it by overthinking. And what I want to say is that throughout our life, we all have wants and desires. We all want what we want, right? And a lot of times throughout our life, we're going to go through things where we're going to feel as though we ain't going to never get it, or we're not deserving of it, or it's never going to come. So a lot of us have a tendency to settle. A lot of us have a tendency to not be patient and wait. But what I want to say to you is that if you want something and you desire something, never settle. Because at the moment you settle, it's going to be the moment when everything that you wanted and everything you desire is going to come to you. And one thing that I had to learn was that I had to learn patience. Because a lot of things that I wanted and what I desire, I was never really patient because I wanted it now. And every time when I wanted it now, it was never really good for me. This goes with anything. So if you have wants and desire and you want something, it's not that you can't get it. It's not that you are not going to get it. Sometimes the wants and the desires that you have, it requires you to be a certain way. It requires you to have a certain mindset, because a lot of things that we want and we desire in life, we might not be mentally or physically or emotionally or spiritually ready for it. Because sometimes we can want things that is too much for us at the moment, you know? So when you want something and you desire something and you notice that you is not getting it, it's not because you're not getting it because you are not worthy of it. It's just that some of the things that you want and that you desire, it requires you to be a certain way, to have a certain mindset. And when he found the woman of his dreams, he wasn't in the right mindset to indulge in her, to receive her, and she was way too much for him. So him overthinking and doing what he was doing, he basically ruined the relationship with the woman that he always wanted, and that he always desired for, because he mentally wasn't ready. And a lot of times, like I said before, we want things in our life, and sometimes when we want and desire things in our life, we don't understand that we have to be a certain way. Because when you want things and when you require things in your life, a lot of the things that you want and need, it might be a little bit too much for you. Sometimes you may want that man or that woman, but that man and that woman might be completely spiritually aware. Sometimes that man or that woman might be real emotionally intelligent, and you might not be, because the woman or man that you crave for, whatever it is in life that you crave for, it may take some work to put in. This is why a lot of people, they tend to settle, because they don't want to put in the work to better themselves. Because when you finally meet someone that you want and you desire, you're gonna realize, well, damn, it's a lot to be with this person that I really want and that I really desire. And that means it's gonna take in work. Just like when you become spiritually awakened, per se. When you become spiritually awakened, you just don't become awakened. You got to do the work. You got to put in the work. It takes more to just being chosen. When you were chosen, you got to put in the work. You just don't say you chosen because you were chosen. You got to put in that work. You got to work on yourself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, sexually. You got to put in that work every day. Being chosen is just not saying that you were chosen. You got to do the work, and you got to stick to it, because it is now your life. And when you want and desire and you need things, it requires you to put in that work. So you might want that man or that woman. So while you is in the midst of looking for that man or that woman, put in the work to better yourself. And that man and that woman is going to come exactly when you least expect it, and you going to be ready. But when we don't have the patience, because we want it now, While we are so busy being impatient, we could be working on ourselves. So focus on yourself. Be the best of who you are. Get to know your higher self. Get to know your Christ self. Get to know you. And as you getting to know yourself and indulging in yourself and learning and knowing who you really are, you are only going to attract the people that is meant to be in your circle. And believe it or not, you are very much attractive, believe it or not. Because the fact that you are such an attractive being, you're going to attract evil and you're going to attract good. But you got to know who you wants to be around.